The countries of the European Union generally agree most strongly on the importance of European cooperation itself. Although political disagreements within the Union are often highly visible, most member states continue to support the core idea of the EU. They believe European countries are economically, politically, and strategically stronger when they act together rather than separately. There is broad consensus in favor of the single market, free movement of people and goods, and close economic cooperation. Even governments that criticize certain EU policies rarely question the overall benefits of membership. Another area of strong agreement is security and defense cooperation. Especially since Russia's invasion of Ukraine, many EU countries have supported closer coordination in defense policy. They favor stronger protection against external threats and increased investment in European security. Most member states also agree that climate change is a serious challenge that requires collective action. They differ on how quickly environmental measures should be implemented or how the economic burden should be shared. In principle, the countries of the EU support democracy, the rule of law, and human rights as common European values. At the same time, however, the European Union is deeply divided on several major political issues. Migration and asylum policy remain among the most controversial topics. Southern countries, such as Italy and Greece, often demand greater solidarity and burden sharing from other member states. Several Central and Eastern European countries have opposed mandatory migrant relocation quotas and argued for stricter border controls. Economic policy is another important source of disagreement between member states. Northern frugal states favor strict budget rules and fiscal discipline. Southern countries tend to support more flexible spending policies and greater financial solidarity within the EU. Disputes over debt sharing, EU budgets, and financial assistance have repeatedly created tensions. Member states also differ significantly on national sovereignty and the power of EU institutions. Some Western governments support stronger European integration and greater authority for EU institutions. Others argue that Brussels interferes too much and that national governments should retain greater independence. Differences also appear in foreign and energy policy across the Union. Countries closer to Russia generally support tougher measures against Moscow and stronger military support for Ukraine. Some governments have taken more cautious positions because of economic or political concerns. In energy policy, France strongly supports nuclear energy. Germany has focused more heavily on renewable energy. Several Eastern European countries remain more dependent on coal and fossil fuels. Overall, the European Union is united by a strong commitment to cooperation, economic integration, and collective security. But it remains divided over migration, fiscal policy, national sovereignty, and the balance of power between member states and EU institutions.